Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
All right, we're here in Thibodaux, another beautiful day. Perfect day to celebrate 50-year-old championship, 1974 baseball championship here at E.D. White Class 2A state champions. And we have Coach Edmund Groh, who led that team. A lot of the former players are here. They're going to honor them before the baseball game here at E.D. White. And you can just see the joy in all of them as they're talking about where they've been, what they've been doing, and also bringing up that baseball game 50 years ago. That's what it's all about today at E.D. White in Thibodaux. Let's go around and catch some of the interviews with some of the coaches and players. All right, we are here in E.D. White country. Look, just ran into Coach Groh. He gave me a cup, the 1974 baseball Class 2A state champions, 50 years. They're celebrating that team today. Coach Edmund Groh, he's the legend that led them out there. Coach, looks to me like good showing and everybody's having a good time seeing each other.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see some of my former ball players. It's been almost 50 years, you know. Yeah.
Right. Some of them look like they could still play.
They probably could. Not me, though, but they probably could, yeah.
And then again, some look like they can't still play.
Yeah.
But hey, this is all about getting together and remembering a great time. What was it like back then? Take us back 50 years for that game.
50 years. We played at a ballpark in Shady Grove. The semifinal game, we were losing going into the last inning. And my first baseman, who is here, Donald Ayo, I think he's already talked to you, he hits a homer, a two-run home run. We went ahead and won the game. The next day was the championship game. And I wish my starting pitcher would be here, but he's living in Nashville. He's having a rough time. But anyway, we won that game 3-0. We played one heck of a ball game, yeah. So,
you bring back old memories, and I saw you greeting a few people. A few of these people, it's been a while since you've seen them up.
One or two of them, it's been 50 years since I've seen them. I just hope I recognize them, you know,
yeah.
So I won't be embarrassed, yeah. But most of them I know, a lot of them still live here in Thibodaux, and I see them quite often, you know, yeah.
What is it about E.D. White? Y'all do this a lot where y'all bring people back and y'all honor them, and I love the way they honor the coaches and the players. It's a pretty good camaraderie.
It is, yeah, and very similar to Vanderbilt. I think, you know, both schools are pretty familiar. I mean, pretty the same. But over here, the last 10, 12 years, it's been fantastic. You know, the support they get, the attendance they get at football games, baseball games, whatever. It's been fantastic. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a good ride. You know. Yeah.
And what are y'all planning today before the game?
Today, I think they're going to line us up on the field and introduce each one of the ball players, what position they played. Unfortunately, we had two guys that passed away, but their wives are here. And I think they want me to throw the first pitch out. So I'm a little concerned about that.
That's all right. Just throw a good little curveball.
Oh, my God.
The 1974 Cardinals were the very first E.D. White baseball team to win state. In 1958, Coach Edmund Groh led the Thibodaux College baseball team to a state championship, and since then, E.D. White has produced 5 additional state championship teams: 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001, and then last year's 2023 team. In 1974, the Cardinals defeated Holy Savior Menard 4-3 in the semifinals, and Opelousas Catholic 3-0 in the finals. The 1974 Cardinals were also crowned Lafourche Parish champions. The 1974 champions were led by Coach Edmund Grove. Athletic director, the late Coach Pat Zush. Principal, Brother Paul Montero. The seniors on the team, as I call out your name, please step up and wave to the fans. Donald Ayo. Al Dykett, who's unable to attend. Daniel Dewey. Edwin Hotard. Tommy Leday. Ben Movon. Harold Rodrigue. Jay Caillouette. Sherman Dewey. Ken Caldwell. Congrats all seniors. And now the juniors. The late Tommy Coston, represented by his wife, Angie Coston, and daughter Maddie. Tommy Conrad. Jerome Denos. John Dupre. Tommy S.J. Blaise Gravois. Fred Landry. The late Ricky Rome, represented by his wife, Jean-Rome Landry. Chris Rodrigue. Tim Rodrigue. David Zarang. Ladies and gentlemen, our juniors. Now for the sophomores. Mark Bourgeois. Craig Ford. David Fournette. Our sophomores, and now our lone freshman, Jeff Boudreau. Let's give a big round of applause to the 1974 Class AA State Championships, your Evie White Cardinals. Coach Grove will throw out the first pitch of the day.
How did it feel catching the first pitch from a legend?
Felt awesome.
I didn't
Good
hurt your
pitch.
hand, did I?
Yes, sir.
Coach, you threw a strike.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you got it in there.
It's been years.
Yeah, it looked like a good time. Y'all ready to play?
Yes, sir. We are.
All right. Is this good motivation to see this team out here?
Yes.
Could be next year's quarterback.
That's right.
Yeah?
You're just a sophomore. Huh?
Yes, sir.
You look great, buddy.
Good
Keep
luck.
it up.
All right. Coach, those uniforms have changed over the years, huh?
Oh my God, yes, yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, good coaching staff too.
Yeah?
Let me tell you, yeah. They
Got a
know
good program. How does it feel that you sort of set that tone?
I don't know about that.
Well, you got the first one.
Yeah, a long time ago.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Got to start somewhere, Coach.
Yeah. Well,
Congratulations.
good luck to y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Appreciate it.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Donald, tell me about that home run. Was it in the semifinal game? When was it?
It was semifinal game, and it was in the bottom of the last inning.
and we were down by 3 runs, and actually hit a home run with 2 people on, tied the game, went into extra innings, and we ended up winning it the following inning. So that was against Holy Savior Menard High School out of Alexandria, Louisiana.
That had to be an incredible feeling to do that. People dream about those moments. I'm sure as a kid, you were running around thinking you'd hit the game winner, and it happened, right?
Oh, I'm sure, many times. You know, I was very fortunate to play for Coach Grove for 4 years and went to the playoffs every year. And we came up short my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and we put the icing on the cake the senior year. Maybe somebody was looking over me that last inning to help us get that win and moving. Once we did that, we had momentum going to the following day against Opelousas Catholic. But I remember it vividly to this day.
Yeah. How does it feel that you see so many teams after y'all? They had a run for a long time. Matter of fact, I had little cousins playing on those teams, but y'all sort of set a trend. It's got to start at some year. And this cup I'm holding in 1974, it started then. Y'all sort of made it okay to win one, didn't you?
Well, you know, Edmund and them started it back again when he was at TC.
Okay.
And when it became E.D. White, it was always known that we were going to have a successful baseball team. Edmund coached us for years, and then Boyd took over, and of course now. But we always loved to play baseball, and we considered ourselves always state caliber baseball teams. A lot of years we come up a little short, but for the most part we went it to the end. You know.
Yeah. What are y'all talking about today?
Memories. You know, a lot of these guys I hadn't seen for 50 years. I've been away from Thibodeau for 35 years and moved back. So a lot of them we haven't seen each other in quite a long time, and just memories of back when we were in high school and playing baseball, and the respect we had, of course, for Coach Groh, and to see him to be able to partake in this event, and it's great. It means so much to us.
And you know, I mean, I ran into you not long ago at one of the local restaurants, and it's funny how us underclassmen, whether you went to Vanderbilt or E.D. White, you sort of knew who's who at all these schools.
We were so close, you know, Vanderbilt and E.D. White, that a very competitive spirit, but we still care for each other, you know, and when we see each other after the game, it's friends. Before and during the game, it's competitive.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Don, on a great day, and it's great to see everybody out here having a little fun.
Well, Martin, I want to thank you and, of course, and HTV for being out here and representing this, and it means a lot to you after you're gone for 50 years to be able to come back and see all these people and get recognized. I appreciate it.
Well, after you hit that 3-run homer, it's good to have memories like that.
Thank you, Martin. I appreciate it.
Tommy Conrad, third base.
Tim Rodriguez, center field.
Donald Ayo, first base.
Mark Bourgeois, pitcher.
Danny Dewey, catcher.
Harold Rodriguez, right field.
Sherman Dewey, manager.
Ken Caldwell, manager.
John Dupre, catcher. Jerome Danos, catcher, third base.
Fred Landry, left field.
Tommy Estee, right field.
My husband was Ricky Rom, first base.
I'm Tommy Leday, left field.
Blaze Grover played second base.
Jeff Boudreau, shortstop.
We're representing Tommy Constant, second base and pitcher.
David Zarang, third base.
Chris Rodriguez, catcher and left field.
David Fournette, pitcher. David Fournette, bench. I don't know.
You were the youngest one on this team, right?
Yes, sir, I was. Sure was.
So when they introduced all the seniors, the juniors, sophomore, and the freshmen, and you stepped up, how was it playing on that team?
Well, it was really fun. Had a good time and learned a lot from them guys. You know, like you said, I was the youngest one on the team. Bright-eyed, bushy-tail, really, is all it was. You know, I barely saw the field as a freshman, but I got a lot of experience from Coach Groh and everybody's giving me a hand, you know, learning the game, which I thought I did, you know, young. Feel like you know everything, but learned a lot of baseball, really did.
When Donald Bayou hit that 3-run shot in the semifinals, what did you think as a freshman?
I thought he was like an all-star.
Yeah.
He was like a rock star, really.
Yeah.
That was really great.
And I can see Coach Groh walking around. He's having a good time.
Oh, yes. He lives for this stuff.
Yeah.
He's a proud daddy.
Is this the game that keeps it going over here?
Yes, sir.
What do y'all got going on? A little food?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring the cook. All right, what you served up today?
A little jambalaya right here in this pot.
Jambalaya?
You can see, look. About halfway.
It's about all gone. It must be pretty good. What's the secret recipe?
Well, we can't tell you all of that.
That's what I figured. When we had Edie White, we can't get the secrets out.
That's right. No secrets at Edie White.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrible General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
Brother Paul, take me back to that year in '74 when Edie White wins the state championship. That had to be exciting because you were running the place.
Well, I wouldn't say I was running the place. It was great. I mean, I think back, of course, to when I first came to Edie White, '69. We won the state championship in football. I never thought I'd experience that kind of excitement. And then we see it all over again in '74 with the baseball team. But you know, the spirit at Edie White has always been special. And when something like this happens, the whole town gets behind the school, behind the team. And I knew these guys, the seniors especially, since they were 8th graders. So I saw them grow up, saw them work hard all their high school. And so to see them reach the top was exciting for me. And I know it was great for them.
As a principal, when you win a state championship, what does that do? I know y'all all about academics, and we all want to get there, morality and everything, but a state championship can infuse a school, can't it?
Absolutely, and everything that leads up to the state championship, it just, well, first of all, it gives all your students, even the non-athletes, pride in being part of something good, being part of something that's a winner. Well, that filters down into the classroom, it filters down into the other activities, the other sports. So it makes your school year, coming from an administrator, a lot easier, a lot more peaceful, even though there's all this activity going on.
Now, from a Vanderbilt guy prying into a little bit of Edie White, who was the person on this team that you had to watch the most? It might have been a little mischievous.
I'm not going to go there, although I just was chatting with the wife of one of these guys, and I said to her, you see all these white hairs? Your husband helped give me half of those.
Yeah.
No, they were a great bunch.
But you have to have someone, like on all levels, that makes the chemistry of a team, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, the first one that comes to mind, because I just was walking up, was Jay. Jay Caluette, you know, he may be small in stature, but this huge heart and just a lot of life and a lot of love. Plus, he comes from a family that bleeds Edie White. So Jay, I think, was a big part of everything.
And to have a coach like Edmund Groh, he bleeds this, and you could tell the joy he has in him is unbelievable.
And the commitment that he had. Of course, again, we had some great coaches. You know, Pat Zush in football, and he and Edmund were just so close. They supported one another. They motivated one another. Edmund had the support of Maria, you know, who, again, as a wife of a coach, she loves this school, and She helped him by giving him the freedom that he needed to be the coach that he wanted to be.
Brother, great seeing you again, and I know this a fun event for you, and good seeing you.
It's great to be back. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here.
It's very gratifying to coach all you guys. It really was. You don't know how good it made me feel. I'd like to thank my wife of 56 years for putting up with me. I'd like to thank HTV and Martin Falls for their participation in this program. I didn't mean to throw a fastball at that little kid who caught me. But anyway, we had a good time out there. There's one guy I'd like to call up here who was very instrumental in putting this program together. He did a lot of work, and I'd like to call Donald Bayou up here right now, if he can.
Being able to play ball for Coach Edmund Grow for as many years as I did, which was 4 years, and go to the playoffs every year and come up short your first 3 years, and then get lucky in the semifinals and win it at the end, and then grab some momentum and play Opelousas Catholic in the finals. It just means so much to be able to come back and celebrate this on a day 50 years later. You know, to play with all of y'all, and especially, you know, people like Ben Movant and Tommy Constant, probably two of the best pitchers in the state that year, just says a lot for our great team. I moved away from here for 35 years and then retired and came back, and Coach called me and said, we want to get together and do something for the 50th anniversary, and I said, I'm all in, you know. So one thing led to the next, and to have 18 out of 23 people show up just means so much, that we enjoy being with each other, and we enjoy being champions and part of this organization that Coach Edmund Grow had. So, Coach, it's all due to you, believe me, it's all due to you. Brother Paul, it's been so many years since I've seen you. You were in for the homecoming recognition of the 1974 class. You're looking great, a little bit grayer.
Let's get him up here.
Brother Paul, can you come up and say a few words, please?
You guys don't realize what it means to old-timers, not Coach Grow, but the real old-timers, like your old principal, what it means to come back and see adults who once upon a time were adolescents who helped give me many of these white hairs. But to see what wonderful, wonderful men and husbands and dads and granddads, and I understand great-granddads. Does that make me feel old or what? But anyway, it's more than a joy. It's a blessing, and some people tell me that I'm a rather youthful 86-year-old. Well, you're the ones who helped to make it happen. So thanks a lot. It's a privilege to be here with you. And Edmund, you've always been special, and I know why these guys were able to do what they did, because they had you as their leader.
Thank you.
And thank all of you guys who helped put this together. It's a blessing. God bless you.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bourke, know your rights. South Louisiana Bank, it's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough. Alford and Associates, for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.